Thank you very much, Hani, for having me. Allow me to say that over the past few weeks, Egypt hosted a dialogue between Hamas and Fatah movement to reach out to a proposition by Egypt that a technical committee will run the Gaza Strip and overlook the infrastructure and reconstruction efforts. And the agreement meant that a legal and political link will line this new technical committee composed of experts with the consent of the two parties will run the reconstruction process and will be in line politically and legally with the Palestinian National Authority in Ramallah. And it will definitely mean the supervision and overall arching supervision of the PLO, which is front uniting all the Palestinian parties. Having said that, the meaning of this technical committee, that it carries the consent of all the movements. At the same time, it will lead the construction campaign, which Egypt will submit a plan for reconstruction. This plan will be submitted to the Arab 5 Summit Conference in Riyadh, composing of Jordan, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain, being the head of the Arab League Summit for this session. So the committee is a very positive development. It reflects the consent and reconciliation between the viewpoints of Fatah and Hamas, and it revives also the legal and political link between Gaza and the West Bank, the geographical unity, and it will definitely represent a stage where Hamas will give the leadership of Gaza or the government of Gaza to a technical authority that will be ready to assist the Egyptian drive towards reconstruction.
Mr. Ambassador, how critical or significant has Hamas's decision to refrain from governing Gaza in the next phase been in shaping the political and administrative landscape of the Gaza Strip?
I think it's quite clear that whenever we have a military confrontation, the political front has to come in the aftermath. It means that this is the time of political dialogue, this is the time of diplomacy rather than military confrontation. So I think Hamas is quite wise to allow the technical committee and the legal authority in Ramallah to run the next phase. Besides, Egypt will present a plan. I'm sure these two elements, the technical committee running the construction phase and the political supervision of Gaza Strip, and Hamas to refrain from being in the authority. This is a very important and crucial development because during the coming few hours, as you know, the ultimatum given by President Trump and the Israelis are studying the military situation again, in spite of the success of the truce and the ceasefire agreement in achieving the sixth exchange of prisoners. We all witnessed the escalation of declaration of President Trump and the trial of the right wing in Israel to push things again to confrontation. So I think in front of the Prime Minister of Israel now, a clear image and vision on how we will best serve the situation, the construction and the political supervision of the Gaza Strip will be under the supervision of a technical committee, not from Hamas, and Hamas refrained from showing on the political horizon to govern Gaza afterwards. So the terrain is based for political horizon, where I think Egypt's plan will draw a roadmap for the future to come. I mean, in the construction, the new technical committee or the social support unit will act in Gaza. Egypt will be with the UN in the forefront, along with Arab and international partners. So the construction will start, and the political horizon should be submitted as well. So I guess that the Israeli right wing will have no justification to call for the resumption of war, and definitely Egypt will immediately act to rebuild Gaza with the Palestinian people living in their homeland.
Well, Dr. Higazy, with the Trump ultimatum that you've mentioned earlier, the noon today, that was the deadline that was given, and given the current developments that have been taking place, what are the prospects for a long-term ceasefire in Gaza? Is it a realistic, is it a reassuring development that took place today, or is it still on very much on a tightrope?
I think with Israel, particularly the right-wing view, should be always vigilant, and we have, with the declaration that you started your program with, has given a lot of hope and a lot of answers to many questions, the Gaza after. So the Gaza after will be supported by this social technical committee of experts that will be running the reconstruction with Egypt, according to that we will submit in Riyadh on the 20th, and we'll take it further to the Arab Summit on the 27th. And after this endorsement, we'll submit the American administration, Israelis, and the parties of a work plan that can safeguard the situation for the benefit of us all.